As the saying goes, the children are our future. But what do you do when they misbehave?
Many schools use suspensions and detentions when it's deemed appropriate. But now one Delaware organization says that kind of discipline is being overused in the state schools. Our Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Kosloff joins us now live outside of the First State Community Action Agency in Georgetown. Evan, this group says the problem really is statewide.
Yeah, and the community meeting is going to kick off in just about an hour and a half right here at the First State Community Action Agency. And one of the main speakers that's going to be there is from the ACLU. Essentially, their argument is this. They say that they are overusing punitive policies like suspensions. However, some parents say that those suspensions are a crucial part of keeping kids in line.
Because you're not dreaming.
At Sussex Central High School, pens are moving, the teacher is talking, and overall, they're pretty good kids. But what about when they act up?
Community-driven.
I'm speaking with Kenesha Trott at First State Community Action in Georgetown. Thursday night, they're welcoming the ACLU, along with a group called the Coalition for Fairness and Equity in Schools, to talk about school discipline. The ACLU says Delaware schools have seen what they call an excessive use of discipline in schools, such as the overuse of suspensions.
Supposed to be in school, we want them to stay in school and to learn and to get the education. But if they're suspended and at home, they're not getting that. And that's a problem.
And according to the ACLU, of the 14,000 out-of-school suspensions in Delaware last year, more than 2/3 of them were for what they call low-level offenses. That includes being unprepared for class, dress code violations, or inappropriate behavior. Only 2% were for serious offenses like drugs, weapons, or violence. But back at Sussex Central, Principal Bradley Layfield says you need both the carrot and the stick. He says suspensions can be a valuable tool.
When students make the unfortunate choice that they're going to disrupt the classroom environment of the students who do want to learn, the great majority of parents want something done to benefit their student who is there to learn.
So WBOC caught up with a couple Sussex County parents to ask them where they stand.
They're not facing what the issue is. They're just bypassing the issue and they're sending them home, and nobody's resolving anything. I mean, the kids are getting an easy out, the school's getting an easy out, and the parents are getting an easy out.
They teach them responsibility, their consequences, what they did, why they're stuck in that room.
Debate continues over how to discipline Delaware students. Now again, if you want to come to the meeting, it is at 5:30 here. This is on North Railroad Avenue in Georgetown. Karina?
All right, Evan, and when talking to the ACLU, they're saying race is also playing a big part in this discussion, right?
Yeah, it really is. If you just look at the African American population, for example, they make up about 30% of the school population. However, about 60% of the suspensions were African Americans. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Evan, reporting live for us in Georgetown outside the First State Community Action Agency in Sussex County. And let's take a deeper look at some of the reasons for these suspensions. On this pie chart here provided by the ACLU, you'll see about 16% were for attendance violations. Meantime, 36% were for insubordinate behavior, 17% for other minor rule breaking, and 29% for mid-level offenses. Lastly, just 2% of suspensions were for drugs, weapons, and other serious violence in Delaware.